Welcome to the Warrior Marriage and Family Podcast. My name is Dr. Corey Gilbert, and I believe that your marriage and your family are worth fighting for. My goal is to empower you to fight for what matters most. This podcast is about you, your family, your marriage, and your children, and will include interviews and teaching on a biblical ethic on sexuality and gender. I want you to know that you're not alone, that others have walked down the same road, and there is victory. Let's get into today's episode. I've been asked this question a few times. Who comes first in your marriage, in your family? That's a hard one sometimes, or maybe it's not. A lot of times we focus on ourselves. We really are very selfish. The hardest one has been who comes first in a marriage where there's a blended family. You have a husband and wife, and there are kids that are not yours, or are yours and not theirs. Who comes first? It must be the spouse. That's a hard one. It really becomes a difficult battle and challenge when you've been with your children and it's just been you and them for a period of time. And now there's a new spouse, new husband or new wife, and they need to come first over those children. This is so critical because they need an example of marriage. This is why I talk about the warrior marriage, of a marriage that's going to fight for the us first, protect the marriage, and it will impact everything else. The family, everything. Kids specifically. So putting your marriage, putting the us first, so each other even, so the other person, the us, the marriage, over the children becomes a critical step. And I know it sounds crazy. When my wife and I were first married, practicing what I preach, we were on a date within a week of our first child being born. Why? It's that important that your marriage and the us and each other are placed over even that newborn baby. Now we were with my parents. They took care of our son Alex, and then we were right back within the hour because that's part of just breastfeeding and doing all that stuff. But putting each other first from the get-go prior to kids, then when kids come, continuing that is a very, very important part of a healthy marriage, a healthy family, and impacts the children. And I really do say even more so with blended families. That there's such a need for them to see a healthy relationship. So bless you, bless your marriage, and may you build a healthy marriage. Thank you for tuning in to the Warrior Marriage and Family Podcast. It's been an honor to serve. Find out more about resources for you and your family's growth and success at healinglives.com. Thank you to our sponsor, the Healthy Marriage Inner Circle. You can join the conversation in my free Facebook group anytime at facebook.com/groups/thehealthymarriage. To access my new best-selling book for parents, go to ican'tsaythat.com to purchase and receive the audiobook for free. Remember that your marriage and family are worth fighting for. This is Dr. Corey Gilbert. See you next time.